Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and then I'd be able to send watches like this to your inbox as soon as tomorrow morning. If you like this watch, you can buy it on thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches on thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing my favorite Breitling in a while. This is the Breitling Superocean 42 in stainless steel. As you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, this is no Superocean heritage. This is a modern Breitling, case lines, bezel design, dial design, and reasonable in its size. 42 millimeters across the round of the case on a 16 centimeter wrist, this watch wears a treat. Of course, the diameter, not including the crown guards or the crown, this being a Superocean, not a Superocean heritage, it does have crown guards. Reasonably slim, all things considered, 15.4 millimeters. It's not going to fit underneath the tightest of shirt sleeves, but it should be fine underneath any jacket cuff whatsoever. Lug to lug, it's even reasonable. 49.5 millimeters. I always say 50 millimeters lug to lug or fewer. That's a critical dimension for smaller male wrists, which I define as 14 to 16.5 centimeters circumference. This watch is good to go. You're also going to find this one has a versatile lug spacing at 20 millimeters, so if you don't like this bicolor rubber strap, you can quickly accessorize with a bevy of Breitling and aftermarket options in the 20 millimeter size. That said, I really do like this strap. Nicely bolstered and plush. It has a folded edge. It's rubberized, so it's a natural material but with a rubberized exterior, and it has the plush feel of leather but with the water resistance of rubber. You can see underneath it is in fact hand cut leather and somewhat like Panerais vintage rubberized straps and those made by Blancpain. It has a fascinating hybrid feel to it, very comfortable. Having the rubber against the skin on a hot day is an absolute treat. You'll also note the polished Breitling pin buckle, old school with the winged logo. I actually liked it that way better. Easy on the fly adjustability. Give me this setup any day over Breitling's cut to length straps. The case band, simple and solid. All of high polish. You can't overlook the fact that this 1500 meter water resistant watch also includes a standard helium escape valve. The lugs are nicely contoured but simple in profile. I approve. Well suited to a diving watch. You'll also note that the watch does feature a captured bezel, so those little screws are not there for aesthetic purposes. They do physically hold the bezel to the case. Breitling uses a fascinating system whereby screws, rather than a simple snap-on fixture, hold the bezel in place. It'll take your watchmaker a little longer to dismantle it, but the upside is that you can't accidentally snap it off like you can with a Rolex or an Omega bezel. Well done, Breitling. I like that setup. I also like the action. The knurling is deep and easy to grip. The feel and the sound, both positive. You'll also note that there is a rubberized insert within the bezel, so rather than an aluminum insert here, a vulcanized rubber, much like the strap itself, is being used to resist scratches and scuffs. Of course, I've always said that a dive bezel is the best chronograph ever made, and you'll note you can just line up the index with the minute hand and then read a radial scale up to 60 minutes. Far easier to read a dive bezel than it is to read chronograph minutes, and most chronograph minutes only go up to 30 anyway. This is not a Superocean heritage. I can't overemphasize. So once again, we have a dial that is no holds barred contemporary. Let's give ourselves some more light. There's a nice Rayhaut in blue that visually unifies this chimney, which is the inboard piece of metal that buffers the bezel from the sapphire to prevent one from chipping the other. That's the Breitling chimney. Since we're doing captured bezels, we may as well complete our Breitling bezel nomenclature by talking about the chimney buffer to the sapphire. And then the dial base itself is a matte black that offers high contrast via all applied indices, plenty of luminescence. Once again, we have an applied Breitling winged logo, pre-Georges Kern. And again, I'm going to say I like it that way. Inside, and it is a solid case back for your viewing pleasure. Not much to see, but handsomely finished. It is a Breitling caliber 17, which is an ETA 28242 in chronometer grade spec, 25 joules automatic winding, 42-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibrations per hour. You have both hacking seconds so you can synchronize the watch to a reference time, and a quick set for the date so you can rapidly set it should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. And you can see the crown guard structure is substantial to prevent against shearing, though if you ever need a crown guard to prevent shearing of a crown, chances are you've lost a chunk of your hand. Tourniquets, my recommendation. A handsome watch, a simple watch, a timeless design that will age well. This is the Breitling Superocean 42. You can see it and own it on the watch box. And we're back with the Breitling Superocean 42. If I can fault this watch in any respect, it's the fact that there is not a luminescent pearl or luminescent inlay in the bezel. Otherwise, you can see you will have no difficulty reading this watch in any light. See it by the light of day and own it on our website.